Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Sunday, March 26th, 2023. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. But as always, do keep in mind it is general, so you know what to do. Just take what resonates. But the overall message I got for us for this Sunday, wow, that's intense. Wow, that's intense. And I kept hearing the word outraged before beginning the reading when I was getting ready to begin my day. And I do feel as if there's certain occurrences, things you'll see, say, on social media or potentially in a movie, a TV show, something of the sort. It could be somebody or multiple people you interact with or witness throughout this day, observe. But I feel like there's a level of outrage naturally at a certain point, if not multiple, for a lot drawn to the reading. It could be yours as well. There's that potential. But I do feel like there's certain occurrences throughout this day. It could be a lot for some, and it could be, just a few for others, but feeling quite intense. Doesn't mean the whole day is going to feel intense, but it's being highlighted in the overall message for a reason. But with that said and done, I felt it was appropriate to pull from the Prism Oracle and see what we get. Let's do some shuffling for Sunday. I'm hearing shaking things up, shaking things up. I do feel as if some of which, finding that the intensity throughout the day does tie into or stem from the potential banning of that specific app that I won't name, but I do feel as if that's potentially taking a highlight, part of that intensity, but we have abundance. So throughout a day where there are certain intense moments, occurrences, again, observations, there's abundance to be gained. I do feel as if spiritual messing with could take place throughout this day. You could find that the intensity for you individually might just be your spirituality, the downloads you're getting. It could be through your dreams. I do feel as if there's the potential to begin the day reflecting upon a nightmare, even if that wasn't from the previous night, but I feel like it most likely will be. What else do we have for Sunday? They're saying get ready for the money to rain on in moving forward. I maybe would watch the Leo money and career read I did for April, as that was literally the title. But death, I feel like there's thoughts of endings, new beginnings, potential, they're saying banning, potential disturbance. But I do feel like there's a sense of you thinking about what's next, okay? How things are going to change moving forward, how things have changed up until this point. Well, what if is what I'm hearing. What if? I also feel like self-growth, change, development is also taking a highlight. How well do you know yourself is what I'm hearing. And potentially being pushed to take one unhealthy, potentially toxic habit, if not multiple, and put those to rest, okay? Or at least take steps in that direction out of respect for you living your healthiest life. But in the midst of all of which, I do feel like there's a need for an immense amount of balance. Everything in moderation is what I'm hearing, but some things just need to be cut out altogether. But I do feel like ideation at the bottom of the deck, you will gain certain ideas or spirits pushing you to come up with certain creative solutions in regards to how to overcome what feels tricky at hand, or how to adjust and become successful more so moving forward. Or to see something grow even more, to become more successful for you. A pillar of success is what I'm getting. A pillar of success as I look at the Strength card. But I do want to shift on forward and pull some light seers. Look at that, the Six of Pentacles. Definitely very similar imagery if you look at these two here. So it's a day of lots of abundance, but there's more to come, more to come. Energy is absolutely going to affect you being drawn to this reading, whether you label yourself as an empath or not. What else do we have for Sunday? It's not meant to be the most relaxing Sunday is what I'm getting, but it definitely will have certain relaxing notes, moments, occurrences. But I do feel like within you need to be redeveloping, gaining that inner peace, or doing whatever you feel is necessary to maintain it. All right, that's important, regardless of what's feeling intense around you, how outraged you're feeling, or how something else affects you, or you know what I mean, or how something gets you thinking, feeling. You need to be feeling that inner peace quite present within your situation so that you can feel good, feel grounded, right? Feel balanced and not feel out of whack and let your emotions or your energy get out of control. Okay, it's up to you. Again, you know yourself best. But the King of Swords, interesting because they are aligned with each of the four cards we had spoke upon originally. Look at that, the High Priestess. A very intuitive day, but I do feel as if you might predict something of importance for you and or other people or one person in particular. But I do feel as if, again, your spirituality, there's that high potential for that to be taking a highlight for the better and for the worse. But another strength card. I feel like people are viewing you as very strong, very bold, but doesn't mean you can't be feeling and coming off being perceived as quite peaceful. Peaceful strength about somebody's energy, their way of being, producing, developing, speaking. That's powerful and very likable, and potentially could help you succeed in one, if not multiple ways throughout this day and moving forward. Potentially already has. But we have the King of Swords and the Abundance card being aligned together because I do feel as if all the meanwhile throughout the Sunday, you're seeing past efforts pay off for some, but abundance flowing in a multitude of forms, remembering it's not just money, even though that's the imagery here, because you're knowledgeable, you're wise, you're smart. They're saying intelligent. How many ways can we put it? But I do feel as if there's a sense of you feeling very wise, but looked after and watched all the meanwhile. You might have positive levels of attention, and less of which being a little bit negative or judgmental, critical. You might find that you're very, very spiritually closely looked at, whether that's positive watching over, or it could just be more so a critical spirit joining you or being with you. But I do feel as if with the Two of Wands and the Death card coming together, there's thoughts of what you don't have, and that tying into certain thoughts or even stemming from certain thoughts of what could potentially end, what has ended, what's changed, how have I changed. Don't overwhelm oneself because that's going to affect your inner peace all the meanwhile. 711, look up that angel number meaning, 711. But I just heard with the snap of a finger, you'll change your life. You'll change your life, however that comes to be for you. However you potentially throughout this day decide or remember you should be initiating, or how that should come to be for you, okay? There's a lot of exciting changes on the horizon is what I'm getting. The Balance card and the Fool card, because I do feel like it's a day where there's a sense of balance you need to regain or re-implement or continue for some if you feel that's quite alive in your situation. Already, doing well with that is because I feel like you're being prepared for a new leap of faith, a new change. I'm hearing, you're hearing a lot. You're hearing a lot throughout this day, a lot of downloads, a lot from social media. It could be certain noise factors within your living situation, or when you're out and about accomplishing, or just on an adventure. It could be more so at work. I do feel like people will reach out to you, whether it's through your social media platform, it could, or multiple. It could be more so in regards to multiple text messages or one of importance. It could be on a dating app. I do feel like there's the potential for a leap of faith in love moving forward for some drawn to the reading, but do you want this leap of faith? Is it going to be the right time for you? I do feel as if there's a need to, with the Fool card and the Balance card, in a balanced manner, go with the flow throughout this day. Don't stress oneself out over, I need to get this done right now. I need to figure this out right now, because that's going to put a heaviness of pressure on whatever it is that needs, or you feel the desire to get done or accomplish or figure out. Just go with the flow and recognize that everything's going to come to be within your mind, heart, soul, external reality when it's meant to be. A level of destiny, right? Destined timing. So I also feel like your life purpose, some of which tied into your spirituality and or your intuition, that's taking a highlight. And they're saying it does make you stronger, even though if at times it might strip away that strength slightly or fully, needing to heal from it, right? It reminds me of me doing these readings. But potentially true levels of fulfillment through it all. They're saying, isn't that most important? Okay. I'm also hearing, who did you help? Who did you help? There might be certain reflective moments throughout this day where Spirit's pushing you to ask yourself, how did I help this person or this demographic, these people on this platform or in this community or through that job? You know what I'm saying? How have I helped people, and how can I do so in different ways, or potentially how do I improve or increase the help that I'm offering or lending, okay, giving to people in the same way moving forward. Does that make sense? Spirit's pushing you to open your mind to the possibilities of how you can help others and watch the abundance flow in for you specifically because you're doing right by other people because you care. Temperance and ideation, yeah, I do feel like, again, you need to have patience when it comes to the downloads, your own mind, your own habits, certain content you come across or choose to watch, energy. I do feel as if this is, it's not going to feel like an overwhelming day per se, but it's going to feel intense in certain ways once again. You might find that there's certain moments where you're a bit startled, a bit shocked, a little bit overwhelmed, but then there are other moments where it's underwhelming, okay? But it's a day where you're being reminded through the intensity, through the endings, new beginnings, the balance, the lack thereof, which the abundance is flowing on in and there's more moving forward. All right. So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Sunday and I'll see you next time.